Hello, I'm Chris, and this is another Jinni vlog. In this one I'm going to do something a bit different, and I'm going to develop on the fly. So this might be quite long actually, it might even be an hour long. I'm just going to basically record the process of me dabbing Jinni, and just interject with comments in between I suppose. So without further ado, I shall proceed with the dev work we do. So objectives for now are mostly to just turn my volume down a bit, the music's a bit loud. Are to complete the level that I've designed, has designed, or at least make progress towards that. Visually the game's looking a lot better. First thing I'll do is play through part of the game, show anyone who's been following this vlog series the progress that I've made, and yeah, then we'll see what happens. So yeah, like I said, I'll interject with some tips on ways you can use GameGuru. Once you kind of get used to it, it does become quite powerful as a game engine within its own means, I suppose. It's no Unreal Engine, but you can do some interesting stuff with it, so without further ado, I shall proceed. Right, so here we go, GameGuru is open. Let's just play first, the test level. Actually, let's turn the music off before I do this, because we've got some sound in there now. I just like working to music, that's why I got music on. It helps me work. Well, I'll turn it off so I can show you some of the sound that's in there now. Listen to the Pi soundtrack at the minute, so there we go, test it with sound. I should have probably, it might be a bit quiet because I've got the desktop audio a bit low, but it doesn't really matter. So I've done a lot of final visual tweaks on this now, so it's looking a lot better. The grass draw distance is one of the main things I've changed now. Before, the grass is popping up seemingly out of nowhere, whereas now, as you can see, it's far enough away so that it doesn't just pop out of nowhere, which has made a lot of a difference actually visually to the actual thing, the actual game as a whole. It's a small thing like that, but it's kind of cool. We've got the Wanderers as I added in last time. We've got patrolling around. I need to slow some of their speeds down. Some of them go way too fast, but it's good to have those guys in. So as you can see, as I've gone over before, big mix of old and new. That's the whole general idea of the game in general. I need to build just more areas up basically. Then I have started adding elements here like the rugs and stuff. But we need to enhance that so all these different areas look lived in. I've started going through that process bit by bit, adding, like spice. I've added a market over here as well. We'll just rock up. Got this nice decals, the flames and stuff, bit of lighting too, so that's blue lighting that I've added in. It's a nice effect. Gives the whole level, little things like that give the whole level a lot of ambience, and it's just like the nice finishing touch. So I've added this in recently, the old markets, and then hopefully on some of these stalls we'll get it so you can actually buy products eventually. A lot of these characters are just placeholders for now. I'm just adding them in to kind of get an idea of the kind of figures that I want in there. So yeah, as you can see, it's evolved a lot from the initial vlogs if you watched any of those, and it is coming along quite nicely now actually. I'm going to try, if I can tonight, adding some basic talk scripts for these guys as well, so if you go up to them they just say, like hello, or just generic kind of like NPC talking scripts I suppose. Okay. Oh, that has a flame on there. Yeah, let's just get into it. So just stick with music on again. Flame here first. We've got this nice. This is a decal that comes with the engine. It's quite nice. Just moving around with the WASD. So covered in some other videos before. Scale this up so you can add some lighting here as well. So you add lighting with cyan lights, the nicest lighting for this kind of thing. So you can see what it looks like when it will be in game with that. Probably need to scale it down slightly, it's a bit over the top. Was it some properties? That's pretty alright, I think. Move it a bit. You want the lights in the right position, really. That's that done. Simple as that for that. Right, what I really need to do is build up some new areas. This could do with a few more trees around because it's just the way it is. It's a nice little element. Decals here, leaves. Got a few of these around. I don't want to go over the top, but I do want to add, like, you know, just those little details which make a bit of difference. Look, I've already added some there. I think it was that. And those little details go a long way, I think, in the overall experience of a level. Church is starting to have some things in it. Let's enhance that now. And like I said before, I'm trying to mix in a lot of old and new. I'll probably add a it'd be nice to have this in here. So I want this whole game to have a kind of techno feeling to it, cyberpunk feeling, despite its old feeling too. It's quite unique, I think. Scale it up a bit. Oh, not that much, not that much, it's too much. That's probably too much still because it would burn everything down. Such a good soundtrack, this. I find it really useful to do work to this kind of thing. It's not too much light. It's kind of nice effect. Already creates kind of ambiance, especially in this Damascus town. Just get that right position. Might be easier to do some this mode or something. Oh, so this is the top-down view as opposed to the other one. It can be useful to switch between those. Switch between those with G and F. So that's free flight. That's up, top-down. Top-down is really useful just for like things like this. Where you got to do a little bit of annoying kind of positioning work. Where you oh no, oh there. Be a bit more accurate sometimes in this. There we go. That's it. Free flight again. Slide it to that. Light range is less than that one, 250. Which makes the light less powerful. Not powerful enough. So that's too weak now. Yeah, is that a glitch or something? The lights just disappear. Oh, okay. There you go. Just had to reposition it again, I guess. See, that's cool. Look at that, nice mix of the white and the yellow light in here is a bit too intense, actually. So put that down a bit. Keep it quite strong, but not that strong. Don't want it as strong as the main light, basically. Yeah, perfect. It's just too strong on that clock. Still got that glow, nice glow in the entrance. Cool. Still that white light here. That easy that blue there, nice. Both of them. I was just trying to figure out atmosphere now, as opposed to structuring for too much audio. Nice. Good. It's a lot more ambient atmosphere now. Oh, where's that decal? Oh, yeah, that's way off for some reason. Just make sure you need to double check a lot of these things a lot of the time. Yeah, that's how off that is. Because it's a decal, it's essentially 2D, so you just need to get it. It's just going to create the illusion of something like that. Like this one's off as well. So that's why it's important to check every angle usually when you're doing this thing. Positioning anything and such and that. Perfect. Save that. Boom. Bush there, so it kind of makes sense. At the same time as I'm doing all this, I'm trying not to overload the level too. I'm trying to get striker balance to detail and performance, how it will perform on most PCs. That's something to always bear in mind. I don't think I've overloaded it yet, but I mean, if we're going too crazy, I think I will. So at the minute we've got, let's just have a look. We've got that area there. We've got about 5 main areas. A church, communal village area, science, communications, satellite area, and this area is just like a general market park slash house building area. So, let's just build this up more. I think we also want to develop this bit here. Probably going to make this like a... I have got quests actually, so let's go and look at them. This is not the right document, but I'm going to find some things. These are some of the quests in the game, and I just need to figure out how I can integrate that. So it's got a water factory. Ah, there we go. Now that is prime. That is in the middle of the wandering fields as well, the area I've got to set them ahead of it. So, if I build this like a kind of, well, I think it's a spire of some sort, like a wizard's kind of castle, we protect it somewhat. Let's just find something that's going to be relevant, I suppose. It's probably not going to use any of these, I don't want to use. We've got some decent sci-fi stuff in here, might be. Let's have a look at this one, I'm interested. Might make it so you have to like get some kind of obstacle here. I'm just gonna look at this, see what it looks like. I'll make it more industrial looking actually. Things that make it obvious that you're not supposed to get in there. So. Block it off like that, I guess. Scale that up a bit. A bit more. Perfect. Now I want this bit of terrain here, and then I'll there's loads of these kind of buildings here. I'll try and use something we've used already there. Pound. Oil in here actually. I'll add a few of these around in a sec. Yeah, look at this is going to be a protected area, so I'm just going to add a few things in like this with some enemies and stuff in a bit. It's an encampment really. That might look good. This might look rubbish, but I'll have a look at it anyway. Ah, that might be alright. That's kind of the thing I was after. Just make it bigger as well. That's perfect. Just need to add it in. I'm going to get the area built, so I'll just put that there aside for 1 second. I'm going to make it like on the top of a hill basically, so let's build some terrain. This is going to be, yeah, it's really high up, so I want to make it, just do it, make the, I'm going to press the control and plus and minus to make the selector bigger. I'm just going to make it taller. I mean, I'm working the actual terrain shortly. Then I'm going to well, it's going to be up here somewhere. This whole area here is going to be a big raised up area. I'll build all this all out and flatten it up in a second. Which I think is the best way to do this. Build this land mass up. Big. So you're gonna have to have a path up to it eventually. I want to save this as 1-2 because just purely because I'm messing with the terrain a lot, just in case it crashes or just in case something happens. I want a version of this map that was as I started off with at the start of the process. I like doing that a lot, so I've got several different versions of the same map in various forms of completion. Always good to have backups. Backups are lifelines, really. So there you go, that's pretty high enough by far, definitely high enough. So I just need to get some of the rest of this leveled out and then flatten it down a bit. Then I'll do all the kind of erosion, structural, make it look a bit more realistic. Alright, I think this will work now. Let's just flatten it out. So do it above here like that. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just flatten it all out, that's all. So what I've just done there is flatten out what I just did. The raising that I just did, so flatten that. I think that works. Yeah, perfect. So now I've got somewhere this can rest. Switch to entity mode again. And do that with E as well. Remember. Shortcut. It's good to remember shortcuts. Definitely. So this can be like a nice little bit of a kind of. I guess you get a sense of journeying from this test. You just have to go up a mountain and probably fight many beasts and such. There we go. And we'll add some little elements around here. Well, this is just basically going to be a grab and get quest, but I mean, I want to add some elements in the game of decision making, so that sometimes when you're on these quests, they can go either one or two ways. So that's hopefully something we'll get onto doing pretty soon after we've added the first quests in, so that you can, every decision you make has a kind of effect on the game world in some way. Not quite sure I'm going to implement that, probably with, well, invariably it'll be with scripting, but right, before I do anything else, save this, and then I'm going to save 1-2 as well, because that seems fine. So I'm just going to save a 1-2, which is my naming convention, just to see the one. save it again. Jinni 1, 2. 2. That's just my naming convention, you can use whatever you want really. That's just the way I keep track of stuff. I've got several backups of this map just in case anything bad happens. I don't want to lose literally a month of work. Oh, someone's ringing me. I'll take it right now. Oh shit. Ah! I want to do that. I want to do that. Control Z. Ah! So that was a bit silly now. I had to raise that up again. That's alright. Ugh. I have to raise this up and then flatten it down again, I think. This is an annoying thing when you learn it. Yeah, you have to be very careful with this tool, and it should have really reduced the. That's better. There we go. That's what more works, so you can do it more easily there. So it's just an easier process. There we go. Flatten that down. Perfect-ish. More realistic, isn't it? I'm not exactly sure I want to do this. Ah, not that. Come on. It usually undoes it. Anyway, it's not too bad, but I need to get this so that I can just add a nice transition way that we can get up here. I guess probably the best way to do this is going to be lower it just down. Oh, not that extreme. Okay, then try and ramp it up. Create some kind of. Oh no! That's going to screw all the architect. Oh no, that's alright actually. This is something I've not tried doing before. This high. It's not too bad, but that looks horrible. So I need to find that. More detail into it now. There we go. So we've got a start of a path there, which is good. But the only thing is, I need to get around the other end, and that looks kind of weird and distorted. So I'm just going to fix that a bit. Which I can do. Okay. Smooth it out as well. Smooth this out too in a bit. Smooth it. Smoothing is just good when you start getting this texture and distortion shit going on. That's all part of the fun. Oh sugar! Bolts that up. Right. I think I can somehow mold into this. There we go. Perfect. A lot of clicks you have to do basically. Smooth that down. See, that's becoming slightly more of a path, but it still needs more work into it. I think, there we go. Perfect. It's not perfect yet, but it's kind of. You can see how it's kind of getting there. Yes, which is good. Cool. Yeah. This is a bit fiddly, but it's worth doing. It's worth learning properly for my benefit. And for anyone else's. This part. This kind of thing isn't easy, but it's good to smooth all that out. Smooth it all. So I'm just gonna flatten all that down because it's annoying me now. There we go. Still on the edge there, cool. The real difficult part of this is where this, so I'll probably have to raise some of this up, I think. Bigger. I'm going to raise all this up so that you've got an area we can build on. It's just it's I mean, look, most of this is just sculpting, really, to be honest. Well, it's pretty much literally what it is, sculpting out of. See, that was horrible, so I need to kind of fix that a bit. I should be able to walk up it, I think. Perfect it. Just I was trying to see if we could do a quick fix then. Nay! If I just raise all this stuff up. Let's see if we can do anything with that. Connect these are two architectures up. Kind of, but no. I think I probably want to do smooth, smaller, smooth all that path out that I've currently got again. There you go. That's it, perfect. So I'll smooth all this out. Because obviously I'm creating a lot of weird, complex architecture here in the model, so I want to just make sure it all remains fairly consistent as can be. Otherwise it looks, well, even more natural than it should do, really. Okay, that's better. Smooth out there. Smooth out definitely. That's too big now. Just round that down again. Oh no. Shit. I'm making it worse since. Down. Yeah, smooth all that down. Holding down the shift key for it to go down, which makes it go down instead of up, which is useful in this case. That's what I want to do. Oh, down. There you go. That's probably a better way to do it, actually. Ignore what I said before. I was just doing that was a bit silly, actually. What I was doing before, but it's all about the learning process. There we go. Is that water? What's that? I'll avoid that actually. Oh, it must be. Must be how you do water. Oh, cool. I just realised how you do water in the game. Well, there you go. You learn something new every time. Wicked. Right, well, just as I'm on that, might as well do this because that's what I was planning on doing this anyway. I was planning on building this area into a water area, so that's wicked. Yeah. Funnily enough, the music's actually going watery as well. Wicked. That's nicely intuitive. I didn't know how to do this before. I kind of looked at tutorials, but I wasn't quite sure. So you just make water by shift, the up down, and then just making it so it's water basically. It's a pretty cool way of doing it, see? It's just like, again, sculpting really. I might just have a look at how this looks first before I proceed. It's quite nice. Lovely. A little bit of water there now, so good. Variation from that. I'll start adding stuff like that here. I was going to add a lake here anyway, so we'll have a nice little lake. Centre near the church. Quite a deep one. really messed around with much of water in this, so it's just interesting for me. I plan doing a lake here a while back, so this is great. I can do this. Try to get this circle as much as I can do. There we go, perfect. Let's have a play on this in a bit. Yeah, save that. Pretty cool to discover that. Ah. I'll finish this off in about 10 minutes. I just thought, again, I'd record the process as I go along with Jinni. Discovered two brilliant things. Better use of the terrain tool and how to make water, which is pretty big. I've been trying to figure that out for a while, actually. So I'm glad I figured that one out. But yeah, let's go and have a look at the water that I've just created. There you go. Oh, look at that. This looks pretty good. Oh, I died. I died? Well, it's deadly water. That's weird. I don't know why I died when I went in the water. That's very strange. I'll turn the... I'll see if I die again when I go in this water. That's really weird that I died when I go in the water. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that over there. I don't know why I died. Yeah, you die in the water. Right, I need to figure out why that happens. That's really weird. See if I can... You die when you go in the water. I mean, I could make it so the water's deadly. But I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. That's just the... Oh mate, sweet, look at that. Actually looks really nice, but why you die when you go into it, I don't know. Actually looks really nice with the shadows. Woo, sweet. Why you die when you go into it though is a mystery. I'll check some of this work while I'm here. Oh, that's pretty good. Cool. Let's have a look at this while I'm here. Ah, wicked, looks nice. That's nice, it's really nice. Adds a bit of extra ambience to the map. More variation. This is pretty sweet though. Let's just explore this area. That's what I like doing, just go around playing. It's real joy when you actually get to play the maps as well. You can start to get a feeling for the environment you're trying to create. It's nice how you can just quickly switch between those two modes as well. Like literally it's what, 10-20 seconds max for the loading time usually to actually get into the map. You can also edit in this mode as well, like this, which I do sometimes. I can do this now. Let's just turn that off. You can just quickly zap around with that as well. So if you had a huge map and you want to explore somewhere really fast, you can just switch into that view. But anyway, I'm just going to see how easy it is for me to start travelling up here now, basically. One thing I did have an idea about developing that, so it's going to be completely impossible at this point. No, it's not. It's only to here. Kind of, it's not. It's still possible to get out. I might try and make it a bit of a challenge, maybe. It's pretty cool. I'm going to turn them. Right, I'll have one final play test. And then for this vlog. My mate just rang me, so I'm going to ring him back. And I don't think you want to really listen to that. Because you don't care. So yeah, let's get into this. Just play it with a bit of sound. Got a nice little fair bit done on this now, which is good. Mostly just small details, but small details make a game really, to be honest, I think, in a lot of ways. Starting out, just have a general overview of everything now, that's cool. I love that water. Love that. I want to see if I should do this as a terrain type, switch it to something like ice, just purely as an experiment to see if the water changes too. I guess it does. Kind of, no, it doesn't really. What's custom? How's that? Oh shit. Didn't say it before, so that's good. Just started trying to add some information I have no idea what it was. Shit. I have to check I can run it still now. No, don't resume it. Oh, I have no idea what that was. The only reason I looked at that was because I thought, what the hell's that? Please don't. And it's now, what I want to do, if it does load from that, save it as a separate file, or risk anything getting corrupted. Really, I shouldn't put some custom and just have a load of files first, I'll save it in 1, 2, 1 or something like that. So this could be a lesson in why it's good to back things up if it is in fact corrupted something. Come on mate, come on. I'm literally got sweats. There's a lot of entities to load, but hopefully it's fine. If not, I did save it just before, so it should be alright. And I didn't save it when I was in that mode, so it should load up alright. Oh! No. Okay. Well, I should still have from my last save point. I didn't save it at that point, so it should be alright. Fingers crossed. If not, I will scream. I've had random errors like this before, but I think it's literally because I tried to load it. I don't even know where that custom terrain came from. Maybe it's something I downloaded and it's just not integrated with this version of GameGuru or something. You have to, like I said, you have to be watchful for that kind of thing on this, or any engine really. I mean, I've had files corrupt on me on Unreal Engine before, which was kind of a lesson teaching me in creating a lot of backups, because well, I'd actually done this whole trench level, and then my kind of directory structure changed. I forgot to update it, and it kind of screwed up my entire project. So, any luck, literally the only reason that crashed, I'm pretty sure, is because I selected the custom terrain change. I don't even know where that's come from, but that was why it screwed up. So, apologies, folks, if you're watching this, but it should now work, and I should be able to just attach one in. Sound of the team. It has corrupted a lot. We're pretty annoyed, but further back up from where we started, which was really frustrating because it means I've lost loads of work. 40 minutes of work, but it's not just the end of the world, it's all backups. So it's not the worst. I think it's purely because I clicked on that custom terrain, which, to be fair, I've not had any idea where the hell that's come from. So that's quite an interesting one. Just I don't know why the hell this is a bug in the engine. So, word for the wise, if you see a custom come up in the terrain, unless you really know what you're doing, don't click on it. Okay, cool. Cool, looks like it's working fine. So we'll wander around. Probably need to build, let's just do a final thoughts. Again, still need to build in the areas here, the stuff inside buildings. This needs a bit of expanding on. This communications tower area, which is integrated in one of the quests, I think, if I remember correctly. We'll start building in a few small areas of water around. That's just a random holding character I've put in for now. Just to figure out why going in water kills you and if I can change that. This is looking better, but add a few more things in here. I've added that flame at least, which is good. Wow. It's quite a nice ice ambient effect. Hello, robot. That's quite nice, the gothic. It's quite gothic, that. Gothic looking. Little mountainous range. Water. Oh man. Oh, cool. I had no idea that. Cool. I had no idea that would actually happen. So we're walking around. Think about some of the grass around here. We'll add some more trees out this bit, I think, of the wandering wastes. Probably add some more. I'm going to add some like generic beasts or mercenaries, I think, around here too. Enemies in this wandering waste area. It's just a wandering waste, isn't it? So it's outside of the confines of the safety of whichever tribe you belong in. Tribe integration is something I need to look into next as well. So I need to actually start really prototyping that kind of thing, so that A, you can choose what tribe you're in at the start, or I'm going to approach it either one or two ways. I'm either going to approach it so that you can choose at the start which tribe you are, or your actions determine which tribe you become or join, or characters in games. So there's basically three ways you can do it, I think. You can either do it so you specifically choose which tribe you are at the start, or that you go and join a tribe at the start by just going to buildings and talking to people, or basically the things that you do in game determine which tribe you're in, I suppose. So like, for example, if you did the fire quests, then you would become the fire, join the fire tribe, and things like that, really. So I think I'll be joining the fire tribe, seeing as I just murdered someone randomly. Because the tribes have all got different characteristics. The way I've approached it now, it's only fire and water I can remember so far. But fire are quite impulsive, quite aggressive, fiery, obviously. And then you've got water, who are more about magic and being able to manipulate the elements and stuff, especially water, I suppose. Earth are a bit practical and down to, you know, kind of very familiar kind of like elemental aspects of elements, I suppose, from mythology and all sorts. So yeah, that'll do for now. I'll call this a day. I'll probably do a bit more on this, but I'll just call this day for the video broadcast. Hey up, mate. It's a shame I didn't get to real chatter, but and I'll end the broadcast. Cheers for watching if you're watching.